Hey, I'm Anime Leo, and this is my first video on this channel. Cut that shit out. I know why you're here, okay? Either you went, ooh, Ponyo, click, or read the title and fell for my hook. Both are equally as valid. But in all seriousness, I just recently went to watch the movie in the theaters because of Studio Ghibli Fest, and it captivated me so much that I just had to write an essay. Look, if anyone I know is watching this is the nerdiest thing I've ever done. I promise I'm not a person who writes essays in my free time. Anyway, this is my first time writing and filming a video, so it's gonna be rough around the edges. Okay, enough chit chatting. Let's talk about Ponyo. Obviously, spoilers ahead, so tread with caution, but if you clicked on the video, you've probably already seen Ponyo by now. But just in case, many people have already talked about this movie and praised its animation, story, characters, music, and fish, and I'm gonna do the same. Just kidding. But for real, I wanna talk about the flaws in humanity that appear in this movie and how it makes us accept them. I will list three flaws I saw in the movie and explain them. After that, I will list three reasons the movie makes us accept them. Also, if you haven't noticed, I will be using footage of my modded Minecraft world in the background. Enjoy! The first and the most obvious flaw is the pollution in the water. This flaw showcases the ignorance and carelessness we display to the environment. Fujimoto, Ponyo's dad, states he dislikes the humans and wishes to eradicate them due to their neglect toward the well-being of the ocean. The scene of Ponyo running away from home and almost getting caught in the ship's net just to get caught in a glass jar also showcases the effects of water pollution on wildlife. Along with the other gorgeous shots of the ocean and its habitats, it makes you feel ashamed that we care and value it so little. But looking at the silver lining, just watching the movie makes you realize the importance of balance and makes you appreciate not just the ocean, but the world a whole lot more. At least, that's how I felt when I watched it. Something I noticed during the movie was a sense of duty Sosuke's parents felt, which often left him isolated and alone. Sosuke's dad is a sailor and he was often out at sea while his wife and kid were at home. This obviously left Sosuke's mom unhappy and upset, so you'd think she would not let Sosuke go through the same thing. But when the town got flooded, Lisa, Sosuke's mom, left to go take care of the elderly at the retirement facility she worked at, and left Sosuke with Ponyo in the house all alone. It was a tough scene to sit through. She isn't wrong for leaving Sosuke to go help the elderly, but it still hurts to watch. It almost feels like the movie is trying to tell you something. As they say, you only realize what you've lost when it's gone. So the movie reminds you that love burns better when you are isolated from it. Evident from Ponyo and Lisa. You can feel the loss Sosuke experiences when they disappear. Last but not least, the final flaw I will talk about is something we all struggle with: living up to our beliefs. You are not human if you have never contradicted your own values and ideals. Some of us do it very often, and some very rarely. A couple of examples from the movie are when Lisa calls Fujimoto a creep, and soon after she tells Sosuke to never call someone creepy and to never judge someone based on their looks. Not only does she have the audacity to say that, but also during the same car ride, she floors it in the shipyard and gets very close to crushing the car. And later, during the tsunami, she's doing some crazy drifting while trying to get away from the big waves.
やめなさい。でかい波が来たぞ。乗るぞ。逃げろ。リサだ。
Now, you're probably saying, bro, it isn't that deep. And you'd be correct. Yeah, it's not that deep. But still, even if we don't take the reckless driving into account, I already told you about Lisa leaving Sosuke in the house all alone. That in itself was a contradiction. It is undeniable how much Lisa cares for and wants to protect Sosuke. One of the most adorable scenes is when Sosuke is signaling to his dad after his dad broke their promise, and they're cute back and forth, and Lisa calling him an idiot a bunch of times, and validly gets quite sad. So Sosuke cheers her up, and the rest of the scene was blurry because of the tears. Anyways, the point of that was to show the love they share for each other. So why'd she do it? Because of our nature. We are humans and we make mistakes. A lot of mistakes. But isn't that the point? To learn from your mistakes and better ourselves from the mistakes we make? Isn't that what it means to be human? For me, it is. Speaking about mistakes, Fujimoto says he was once a human but left that behind because they were too soulless? I doubt that. I think he is still human. First of all, he still needs a bubble around his head to breathe underwater. And secondly, he says humans are soulless, but yet tries to stop Ponyo from reuniting with her love. I mean, come on, can you get more soulless? But in the end, he does show his true nature and accepts his humanity. This movie is about celebrating us humans. Why do you think the main premise of this movie is a fish trying to be a human? Ponyo understands and sees how humans express their feelings, and she learned to love Sosuke from Lisa, and most importantly, she learned to eat ham from Sosuke. Um, I have a confession to make. I've actually seen this movie before when I was like 4 or 5, and it has me tightly grasped by the neck since then. Like, no joke, this movie is beautiful in every aspect. The animation is top tier, the music is out of this world, and the characters are just so freaking cute. If you haven't gone to the Studio Ghibli Fest, I highly recommend you check it out. It doesn't have to be Ponyo. There are a lot of really good movies, such as Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, etc. So, this is a call to action. If you have a Studio Ghibli Fest near you, go watch a movie. And once you have gone, reminisce about your childhood. Just like me and the other thousands of people around the world. Take care now.